expression, because after you've blasted me, you've named and shamed me, you've put me on the spot, I'm not going to be very interested in showing my face again on those social media streets. So essentially what you do is that you kill this woman's sense of a self expression, and that is a form of abuse. And we have a particular case in 2019 where actress and producer, our very own Lupita Nyong'o, faced online criticism and harassment for her outspoken views on feminism as well as gender equality. And despite her global platforms, honestly, Kenyans walisema Z. Born opposition, they targeted her. They showcased a lot of ingrained patriarchal resistance, even towards a high-profile woman. And I'm not saying that there is treatment for women that are not high-profile, na wengine high profile, but you would think that somebody like Lupita is exempt. But this is how serious the problem is. As long as you're a woman in this country, you need to be watching your back. You need to be very careful. You need to be taking ultra care of your mental health, because it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. So what other form of gender-based violence have been going on in this industry? Let's talk about gatekeeping. Let's talk about favoritism. Let's talk about this a very unpleasant situation where sexual exploitation is disguised as mentorship, and this is a well documented issue in the Kenyan entertainment scene, where we find so many women, especially newcomers, being pressured into compromising situations by powerful men in exchange for contracts. Worse, exposure. And I'm like, unaguza kasusu kangu because of exposure. I'm not going to be exposing myself in that way. No, thank you. Please, we need to learn to say no. We need to learn to come up in arms so that it's harder for anybody to find themselves in the situation because of how outspoken the women that have come before have been. That gives you confidence to say no, and naming and shaming these perpetrators, because honestly, it's disgusting. So when it comes to this gatekeeping, in 2018, the hashtag #MeToo movement gained traction in Kenya as well, with several female creatives exposing abuse in their respective industries. Although some of the stories gained attention, few perpetrators were held accountable. And isn't that the story at the day that, we talk about all these things and policies would be put in place, but the implementation of these policies often is a big missing link when it comes to what we see in our country. So let's dive into the culture and systemic roots of gender-based violence in the Kenya artistic spaces. One of the things that makes this, that encourages this to continue is a patriarchal norms in the arts. We have a lot of male dominance in key positions such as production, directing, event organization, and this really creates a power imbalance. It allows perpetrators to exploit their positions with minimal fear of a repercussion, and harmful narratives in music and film often reinforce this very same stereotypes. And a good example of this is where in many Kenyan songs, lyrics glorify male dominance over women, reinforcing really harmful cultural norms. And for instance, certain songs in the gengeton genre, genge, have been criticized for perpetuating misogyny and glorifying violence against women. Honestly, it's disgusting. I don't even know what else to say. I'm not creative enough, to know what kind of words I'm supposed to be using. It's just a feeling where I'm just like, this is ew. Because a lot of the time listening to this lyrics, nasikianga dhidi, and I'm like, I know you guys are enjoying the beat. I know it's giving, vibes, but mnasikiza hii song. And then you realize that there's a 14-year-old boy out there who's actually being really influenced by this music. And it's not just vibes and inshallah when women's bodies are being strung across this country lifeless. It's no longer vibes and inshallah. So we need to address how societal the language of gender-based violence is, and how, if art is an expression of life, why do we have so much violence in our music? We actually need to look into that. Let's talk about economic exploitation. women in the entertainment industry are very often underpaid, and they're excluded from high-paying opportunities where you find a woman and a man working in the same position. The woman is underpaid, and the man is being paid pesa yenye inafaa kuwa shared across the board. And in 2021, we saw this where several actresses from the Kenyan film industry anonymously shared stories of being offered less pay than their male counterparts for similar or even more demanding roles. And this disparitorily discourages women from pursuing full-time careers in the arts, because if you're not going to pay me, how am I going to get my work done? How am I going to get anything done? And that's essentially how you have a lot of women who are talented lost from this industry, because it's very discouraging to not have the compensation that you deserve for the work that you're putting in. And that just takes us right into our formal protection. Let's look at the legal side of things. What's it going on there? So most entertainment work in Kenya is informal, meaning that it's not formalized. It leaves survivors of gender-based violence without legal recourse because there is no evidence of this work having happened in the first place. Contracts is, the M-Pesa tu ndio zinaongea and word of mouth. And freelance contracts rarely include clauses that address abuse or harassment. So we're going to get back into that. Let's get some music.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
When you come around, roho yangu inagutuka, tena kila kitu kinazunguka, ninapenda nikiwa nawe. Kuja kwangu we nipe nikupe my love, na kuahidi for my baby any day niko ready. Usiondoke, I'll keep you safe, I'll keep you warm, that means where you belong. Hapa kando yangu ni mahali pema, ahadi yangu nitakupenda. Usikawie kuja kwangu, kuja mapema. Usikawie kuja kwangu, kuja mapema. Macho hayana pazia, kwako ndio nimekwamia. When you look at me, lying next to me, my future's all I see. Oh, in your eyes, I find my home. Fanya nini before you came along? And I just want you, I need you to know. You what I want, you're all I need and more. But tonight, how do I show you that nothing's ever felt so true? Ni mahali pema, usikawie kuja kwangu, kuja mapema. Usikawie kuja kwangu, kuja mapema. Hapa kando yangu pema, nitakupenda. Usikawie kuja kwangu, kuja mapema. Usikawie kuja kwangu, kuja mapema.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So that was Mothaka and Key then saying Mapema and your best, right? And speaking of which, it is 24 minutes to 12, and today we're talking about gender-based violence in the entertainment and music industry. And we're right. We're gonna get into some survivor stories and how gender-based violence has impacted Kenya's creative spaces. So let's start off with the case here, Karen Kaz Lucas. So Karen Kaz Lucas, Kenyan singer. In 2017, she openly discussed the sexual harassment that she faced as a woman in the music industry. She highlighted how different male producers and managers often proposition female artists for sex, leveraging their control over resources and opportunities. And her revelations were very candid and they really spurred conversations about hidden abuses in the industry. So that was a good conversation I started, but unfortunately that conversation starter was somebody's lived experience. Another case is the casting couch. The casting couch. If you are a thespian in this country, if you're a thespian anywhere, then you know what the casting couch is, unfortunately. So in 2020, several anonymous female actors revealed the prevalence of the casting couch culture in Kenyan cinema, where you would be asked for sexual favors by directors and producers during auditions with the promise of securing roles which you even wouldn't get at the end of the day. And these allegations were particularly prevalent in low budget productions where formal structures were absent. And again, we say disgusting. Another case is cyberbullying. And this is Fenagitu's story. So Fenagitu has been vocal about cyber harassment she faces due to her gender expression and her style. And in 2021, she highlighted how trolling affects her mental health, with critics targeting her personal life rather than her talent. Her story sheds light on how gender-based violence extends beyond physical spaces right into the digital realm. And hey, keyboard warriors, mnakwanga na bidii but hamnanga content. It's very sad. It's very sad when the content that you decide to express is something to pull somebody down. Doesn't say much about yourself. And seeing that this is it's a frustrating situation. Of course, I've prepared just a few solutions of what can happen, what should be done, what could be done, hopefully so that we can see a Kenya that feels safer for everybody. So something that can be done is that we can look to policy reforms as well as having industry standards. And what does this mean? For example, anti-GBV policies. Kenyan production houses and record labels need to adopt clear anti-GBV policies. This includes mandatory clauses in contracts to protect artists such as harassment. So we need to see the safeguarding. And a good example is that in 2022, the Kenyan Film Classic Board, KFCB, announced plans to address workplace harassment in the film industry. However, the implementation remains limited and requires follow-up implementation. Wadao implementation. We're going to sing. Something else that could happen is having a culture of safe reporting mechanisms. And this means establishing anonymous reporting systems where survivors should be able to report incidents without fear of retaliation. Right? In 2021, NGOs such as FIDA Kenya began offering legal aid to women in the arts, ensuring that survivors can pursue justice. So thank you so much to FIDA Kenya. You guys are trendsetters when it comes to putting your best foot forward in the fight against injustice. And very inspirational. What else can we do? We can look into our education and advocacy, right? And this means incorporating gender-based violence awareness in Kenyan art schools and workshops so that creatives can be equipped with the tools to recognize and challenge abusive behavior. A good example is Power 254. Power 254, the place to be. So we host events focusing on gender equity and safe artistic spaces, creating awareness amongst young artists. And today's Ital Groove is one such expression. So, feel free to make use of the platforms that you have to create safe spaces where artistic expression can be safeguarded, where we are able to talk about all the things that are being faced by the different people in the industry, and honestly that just drives us and pushes us towards a much more safer Kenya. What else can we do? Invest in education, in public awareness campaigns. So a high-profile Kenyan artist must use their platforms to advocate against gender-based violence, and social media campaigns such as hashtag #NGBV and hashtag #SheConquers have shown the power of digital advocacy in challenging the norms. Guys, let's do something on our social media platforms other than posting cute selfies. We love to see it, but can we do something more meaningful with them? Please and thank you. And a good example of what can be done is that in 2020, singer Wangeshi joined a global campaign to support women in music, highlighting the systemic barriers that they face. And something else that could happen is that there could be legislative support. The Kenyan government needs to amend labor laws to include provisions protecting freelance and informal workers in the entertainment industry. And these also include strengthening enforcement of the Sexual Offences Act 2006, and this can really deter perpetrators because accountability really keeps people at bay when they're trying to practice bad behavior. What else can we do? Finally, we can create safe spaces. What does this look like? It looks like women-focused hubs like Mama Ventures that can provide mentorship and resources as well as support for female creatives. It looks like safe houses or shelters that should be extended to women facing gender-based violence in artistic spaces. So safe houses is the way to go in creating safe spaces, because putting you somewhere where you feel protected is literally the most sure way to help you feel safe before we even deal with your experiences and getting rid of the trauma of those negative experiences. Yeah. So I hope that has been a comprehensive enough, just a conversation about what we can do, about how we can look into protecting and safeguarding artistic spaces against gender-based violence in our country. And honestly speaking, sometimes it doesn't look hopeful, but seeing people pushing, seeing people being concerned, seeing people just very, 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 very intentional about this fight against gender-based violence is particularly inspiring to me. So I hope all of you out there, human rights defenders, survivors of these abuses, and allies, and just the people that are offering psychosocial support, I hope that you're encouraged to keep up the good fight, because it is worth it for sure. And that has been today's short edition of Sheversations. So I'm going to leave you with the sound of Monoma, 1005 Songs, and Shani by Shani and Word Molo. See you guys on Monday.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
1005 songs in
See how I look when you move, see what you take credit to you do, see your kwangu pozangu. God when him true, got a better view, and since I met you, when you nuru yangu. Fact of the matter, see my Christ is the answer. You got me, so I gotta get it. Raise up the banner, make him not forget it. Stop searching for truth on my socials, looking for answers, got promos. Sana jua, there's only one way. Ni yes, only one way.
My God is the biggest out there. I've been feeling the rap with them scriptures all over like, yeah. I know you like it, cause Jehovah's son is invited. And every time that he shows up, demons are finished. So there goes my heartfelt condolences condolences to the enemy. I'm seated in heavenly places far beyond this reach. My advocate is Jesus, I'm enjoying immunity. Paid by the blood, restoration by the Father. I'm in the assembly of the firstborn, enrolled in the heavenly places of the dawn. Spirits of the rushes made perfect for God by the blood of the Lamb. Now I walk like him, talk like him, reign with him, and it calls me years. Made in his image, tell me do you see it? Son of the dawn, rapping my city, you heard?
His image and is like this, yeah. In his image and is like this, yeah, yeah.
Rapping my city, my God is the biggest out there. I've been feeling the rap with them scriptures all over like, yeah. I know you like it, cause you know Jehovah's son is invited. And every time that he shows up, demons are finished, so done.
My baby give me love in the morning, when I wake up and I'm yawning, in the evening and in the night time. Give me more than I do deserve. Do I deserve, yeah? She serve it up from Munyiri, and if she keep it up, I won't get enough. Come take me, let your loving consume me. And baby boy, you know you confuse me. Food for my soul and my body. I already know my heart is in mine. You're fulfilling my dreams and I'm learning how to love and enjoy you are divine. My baby give me love in the morning, when I wake up and I'm yawning, in the evening and in the night time. Give me more than I do deserve. My baby give me love in the morning, when I wake up and I'm yawning, in the evening and in the night time. Give me more than I do deserve. Do I deserve, yeah? I know I don't gotta worry when my baby's around, cause you're holding me down. You put my feet on the ground. Wanipa mabawa, it's your superpower. And I appreciate you. Every day I think the one who made you. And you can count on me, cause that's not even half what you truly